It's Christmas in July. On today's episode of The Post Up, you could win 2 free tickets to an upcoming LA Sparks home game. Long story short, I might lose a bet. So, New York Liberty fans, I'm giving away a Natasha Cloud jersey. I popped out at Venice Beach with the LA Sparks for Ballin at the beach and got a chance to talk to Rickea, Jackson, and Dearica Hamby. I'm recapping the WNBA All-Star weekend and responding to all the haters that are saying the WNBA players don't deserve to make more money. I'm DJ Trice, and I'm running my mouth about sports on The Post Up. This is The Post Up with DJ Trice. I'm running my mouth on everything hot in sports, news, drama, and whatever is blowing up the timeline. Let's get into it. Welcome back to a new episode of The Post Up, y'all. I so appreciate you coming back through. You already know me, it's DJ Trice, and I stay posted up right here, running my mouth about sports. I got so much to talk about, y'all, but the first thing I want to talk about is TGIF. Oh my God, it is summertime. All of us got to work. Life is still lifing. Everything costs a lot of money, and we still made it through. But you know what I just realized? Sports really help us make it through. Sports is really, it gives us a reason to be grounded. I'm telling you, because these games are on every single day. So you like, I got to tap into the game. It just gives you a moment of escapism to get up out of here. So that's why I understand why people just want to come home, turn on the game, have a nice adult beverage or just some water, you know. Stay hydrated out here, especially in the summertime. It's probably hot in a lot of these climates that you're in. It ain't really started to cook up in LA yet, but it's starting to get a little bit hot. So anyway, TGIF, y'all. I am so happy to be back here. I got a lot to talk about today, but I'm going to start with the gifts because I'm sure that's what y'all want. If you want to win 2 free tickets to an upcoming LA Sparks game, you got to pull up on me July 29th at Emmy Square Pizza in LA Live. Y'all, I'm going to say that again. July 29th, Emmy Square Pizza, LA Live. The LA Sparks weekly show with Michael, Matthew, and myself on Infinity TV. We will be out there. We gonna have some cold beers. They got good pizza. They just opened, y'all. This is a new spot, and we are gonna tailgate before the game, take the press conference, and then walk over and go to the game. You don't wanna miss out. We gonna also be giving away some LA Sparks swag and all kind of stuff. We gonna be raffling the tickets off, so you gotta be there from beginning to end to win the tickets. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back. You gotta be there from beginning to end because we're gonna do the raffle at the end before we walk over to the game. But I'm excited to see all of y'all at Emmy Square Pizza, LA Live, July 29th. Asia Wilson is coming to town. This is the first time that the Las Vegas Aces will be at the Crypto.com arena this season, so it's gonna be a crazy good time. Pull up on the LA Sparks weekly team. Also, I was on a podcast. This was on the last week's podcast, but I'm going to say it again. I'm not going to recap everything, but I might lose a bet. If the LA Sparks don't make the playoffs, I might lose a bet. Now, we on a 4-game winning streak, so do with that what you will, but at the end of the day, y'all, I'm still going to give away the jersey, all right? I told you I would do it. If the LA Sparks make it, I'm going to say, ha, send the T-shirts to the guys for them to wear, but I'm going to still give you a jersey. Here's how you win that jersey. If you want Natasha Cloud's jersey, you have to register for my newsletter. It is down in the description here. Join my newsletter. People who have already registered, you are already in the running. I am going to randomly select a person from my newsletter for that jersey. Let me know your size, and I will send it there. But you got to wait till the playoffs again. Just keep subscribed to the newsletter. If you follow and unfollow me, you're not in it. You're not in it, okay? Those are the 2 giveaways that I got. You got tickets, and you got a jersey. Don't say your homegirl ain't never tried to hook you up. Because you listening to The Post Up, you know about those 2 couple things. I'm excited to have you here. Let's jump into today's show. The LA Sparks are a super involved organization in the community, and they just recently had an event called Ballin at the Beach, y'all. This event was a high-energy 3-on-3 basketball tournament that takes over the iconic Venice beach courts, offering a stage for young hoopers from 4th to 12th grade to showcase their skills, compete, and celebrate the spirit of the game. The event brings together the next generation of talent and is one of sports' most legendary settings. Guess who showed up, y'all? Rickea, Jackson, and Dearica Hamby. Check out what they had to say. What's up, LA Sparks Weekly? You already know it's me, it's DJ Trice. I'm here with Dearica Hamby. Dearica, I got 2 great questions for you. So, step over here a little bit for me, yeah. So, you're raising a 5-star athlete. I be watching Amaya shake people in this flag football. What is it like watching all these little girls do the same thing in their own respect?
Yeah, like I was saying, it's cool, you know, the investment from the community means a lot. You know, I didn't have that growing up, so to be able to be a resource and, like I said, to see the Sparks and other professional teams pour back into the community is really special.
And final question. So you've been a WNBA champion, you've been an Olympic champion. What would you tell that little girl who first picked up that basketball?
To keep going, you know, it can take you as far as you want it to go. And WNBA may not be the end-all, be-all, but I think sports community can take you to a lot of different places, travel the world, meet a lot of different people, and just have a lot of experiences that are going to make you better.
Thank you. LA Sparks, can I get you set up a little bit? LA Sparks Weekly. We got our fave here, Rickea Jackson. Girl, the internet be going crazy about you. You always our top episodes. I had somebody on TikTok DM me this morning and said, you gonna see Rickea, tell her to tell me happy birthday. So can you tell your fan happy birthday?
What's the name?
I think her name Kayla. Let's say Kayla.
Okay, happy birthday, Kayla. If it's not Kayla, happy birthday, boo.
We did our best here.
Yeah.
All right, Rickea, watching these little girls hoop out here. Let's talk about what you're building with Skechers. You're building a brand for little girls to like have a legacy in the future. Can you talk about how it feels just to see them out here on Venice Beach?
Yeah, it feels amazing to see the little ones out here and just to feel their energy and to give back. You know, they look up to us, they want to meet us, so to physically be here and sign autographs, answer whatever questions they have, I'm always having a good time.
And you're a long way from home here. Could you ever imagine playing on a basketball court on Venice Beach? Like, how does that feel as like, what would you tell that little girl when you first started playing?
No, I can't. You know, being from Detroit, we don't have beaches, we don't have, you know,
Lake Michigan out there.
We got Lake Michigan, I guess, but that ain't nothing compared to this. But again, being from Detroit and knowing where I come from and be able to give back to communities such as my own or LA or whatever it looks like, just giving back is always the biggest thing. All right.
Thank you. Yo, that Ballin' at the Beach event was all the way live. I swear, when I was a kid, I was playing at the gym and the YMCA. And to watch those little girls be out there playing on Venice Beach, the Sparks did an immaculate job at just laying out the event. It was a whole tournament. They had a hoops bus out there. It was so live, y'all. I wish y'all could have been there. The weather was great. The sun was shining, but it wasn't too hot. That's the key to going to the beach. A little bit of overcast to help you, but we put our sunscreen out, me and Michael Matthew, and we were out there rocking. So big shouts out to the LA Sparks for inviting me to Ballin' at the Beach. I can't wait for next year. You never know. Maybe I'll be out there balling. Now let's talk WNBA All-Star Weekend, y'all. First things first, I am from Indiana. I'm not from Indianapolis, but I am from East Chicago, Indiana, near Hammond, Indiana, where I lived. And a lot of y'all know that I'm from Chicago, but I lived on the border town. I ain't go to school in Indiana ever until college, but I commuted back and forth. So Indiana feels like home to me. It is home to me. It was technically where I was born. I got mad love for the city of Indianapolis. Y'all already know I had the FOMO watching y'all. Angel Reese called to Indy Miami. I was like, Indianapolis can be lit if you are making the party, and that's the big thing. It's like, I love that the WNBA went to Indy and just took over and brought all their culture and let people be themselves. It is a nice, quiet place to just have a conference, have a big gathering with a lot of people and it not be too much drama around it because Indiana don't have too big of a population. So shouts out to the city of Indianapolis. Y'all have been doing it All-Star Weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend, WNBA. We already know we got the Indy 500 and everything going there. Anyway, nobody was even paying attention to the game because there were so many people who were injured. There were so many. Once they announced that Caitlin Clark and Sasu wasn't going to be in it, I knew nobody was going to take this serious. And it's almost like Caitlin Clark knew she wasn't going to be in it because when my girl picked the team, she said, oh, we're just going to have fun. We're not trying to. It's just going to be a good time. The people she picked couldn't beat the other people. It was like, are you just picking friends? It's almost as if she knew she wasn't going to be playing and she was like, I just want to see what these people can do together. I just want to see how it all plays out. Play GM a little bit. She also traded her coach, but we all knew how that game was going to go, okay? Nafisa Collier and her team, excellence. But the stars of I'll say the two, there were three moments that one WNBA weekend. Let me start there. Studs Buds, 72-hour Twitch stream. I am so glad that they are just doing their thing. Minnesota Lynx, Natisha Heidemann, and Courtney Williams. They are the Studs Buds. They have a show together. It's not really a podcast. It's like a streamcast show. They just be on the road and talking because they teammates and all of that. That's wonderful that they brought the streaming world in there. Now, when they did this, they outed so many WNBA things. We never really had the behind the scenes of what be happening at NBA, like the WNBA All-Stars and all these different things, but it was so many relationships that was outed. We didn't even know people was gay sometimes. I was like, wow, this is crazy. They just out having a good time. Now, I'm here for it. Ladies, listen, have a good time. there were couples in their coupling. Okay? Marina Mabry and old girl from NC State. Sanaya. I think her name's Sanaya too. I'm thinking Sanaya Fagan, but I can't remember her last name right now at this moment. But I'll come back around to it. I didn't even know Marina Mabry was LGBTQ. None of us really knew, but evidently this is her second time being gay. And this is only from Twitter research, so all of this is just allegedly. But the Studs Buzz did their thing with their 72-hour stream. They had the commissioner on there. They got in trouble because they was too lit. They was on there doing IVs to prepare for the game because they just got too lit. So shouts out to the Studs Buzz and all of the people who were on the stream. Angel Reese gave them their blessing, as well as Caitlin Clark shout them out. She said she had to stream up the whole time. So that was lit, that even with the WNBA All-Star game being so big, again, the players take center stage. Let me come back to that because that's a part of me responding to y'all, all y'all haters that are talking about they don't deserve more money, because they had a whole different experience that had way more people watching than the actual game. But I digress. Moving on to the 3-point contest, y'all. Sabrina Ionescu went crazy. I thought for a minute there Kelsey Plum was going to be in the finals because I think she had 24 points, but then Alicia Gray came and I think she had like 28 or something like that. It was just a little bit more, so it knocked Kelsey Plum out. And then Sabrina Ionescu came and hit 30. And if I'm not mistaken, she hit 30 or somewhere near 30 in the second round. She went crazy. So again, she is a back-to-back 3-point champion, and she joins Quigley from the Chicago Sky as the only player to win two multiples of the 3-point contest. So that was lit. So we talked about the Stud Buzz. We talked about the 3-point contest. Now let's talk about these t-shirts. They were main characters because there are so many angry people. That post did 1 million. If you go to my social media on anywhere that you looking at people who are looking at audio, go look at my TikTok or look at my Facebook or any of those. Hit 1 million, a little bit over 1 million. I think it was like 1.3 million on just people being mad that I said that the players should be paid more. And they're basically saying, but Trice, they're not making any money. Where are they going to get the money from? The NBA is already burning money. I'm telling you, y'all, the NBA is making money off of not making money with the WNBA. They are not allocating their resources. It's much more valuable as a tax write-off. But here's the thing. The players proved them wrong. The players proved them wrong because in the last season, Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart created the Unrivaled League. The minimum salary there was $200,000. Minimum salary was $200,000. They had sponsorships by Sephora, all these big names. So if they can do that in one season, where has the WNBA been with these sponsorships? It's like the WNBA don't even want us to all watch the games because they start in 3 games back to back. So what I'm saying is these players deserve more money because right now they popping, but the WNBA did not contribute to that. The WNBA was not helping them to be successful in that. The players literally had to go and do it themselves. And the only reason that people are watching right now is because the players have such a big social pull. And all the men in my comments were saying, nobody would even be watching this if Caitlin Clark, you shouldn't be asking for more money. You proved my point. The only reason that you're even looking is because Caitlin Clark brought you over there. It's not because the WNBA has tried hard. It is not because the WNBA has been good at business. It's not because the WNBA can even listen about scheduling. Because starting 3 games at 7 o'clock PT all at the same time makes no sense because I, as a viewer, if you think about your TV viewership, you say nobody's watching. Why is nobody watching? Because you're segmenting your audience. I'm a WNBA fan. I'm a Sparks fan too, so I watch mostly Sparks fans, but I would love to watch every game, but I'm having to watch them in replay on the WNBA app because I'm sure maybe that's more money because $34.99 or whatever they're charging you, but it makes no sense for growing the league. Another thing is we focusing on expansion teams and got all these teams jumping in, and you could open up a extra roster spot on a team right now and create more jobs for women. I just don't understand. It's like they have proven, and I see why the WNBA players are saying they're going to do a lockout. I am pro lockout because y'all are playing in our face at this point. Y'all are playing in our face at this point. They have proven that they can do it. They've proven that it's a valuable product that people want because the leading rebuttal is nobody wants to watch this. But now we know people want to watch this. Unrivaled had a TV deal with TBS in their first season. We've been begging to get the games on the radio. I'm blacked out. I don't know what, I gotta have TBS, Amazon, all these different channels. Now the accessibility these couple years have been a lot better, but there are still major gaps in just viewing the game. And men who are saying that the NBA makes so much money, they deserve this money. Look at the revenue shares, look at the splits. Why do the women get such a low percentage of just the splits? We just talking about how much, not asking for a whole lot. We just saying the revenue sharing isn't even equitable. How can they have a chance to make any money if this is how much they always gonna be being offered? So to me, it just doesn't make sense. People who've been watching for years know this because we've all been screaming. The players have been screaming to do it. And I really, 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 really appreciate Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart. They changed the game because they proved that the WNBA is just bad at business. You're bad at business. You haven't tried. You haven't done. I mean, maybe they've tried. I don't want to completely discredit what they've done, but you haven't tried hard enough. Because Unrivaled, Sephora makes total sense. These women are showing up in full makeup and playing basketball. Why did it take Unrivaled to get this full experience, 360 experience with a makeup company? Bad at business. Bad at business. So I said all that to say this. Before you sit around and talk about these women don't deserve nothing, think about the position that they've been in. Think about maybe it is advantageous to keep them in the shadows and this be a side project. Just saying, because the Unrivaled League was so popular. AU Pro Hoops is even very, very successful in Nashville, Tennessee. So there are products of women's basketball that people are watching. Just not the WNBA because all the games start at the same time. But anyway, let's move on. Keeping it moving to the NBA, Chris Paul is headed back to the Clippers, and I'm happy for that because it's his last year. He is the only person who has ever cared about the Clippers. Y'all seen Clipped? Watch that show. Watch that show if you want to watch. If you watch Clipped, the show Clipped with the history of what happened with all of they controversy back in the day, Chris Paul, and you know what? He should be the first Clipper to have his jersey retired. He should. He absolutely should. He's rolled for that team. He cared when nobody else cared. The one time that they got close to a championship was because of Chris Paul. So Chris Paul should have his jersey retired. He's headed back to the Clippers. Also, Dame is returning home. Damian Lillard, with that ACL tear, he said he want to go ahead and recoup, go home, and his kids were so happy that they get to go home and not have to go back to Milwaukee. Sir, you shouldn't have never been there. You ain't had no business up at the Milwaukee, okay? I know you was like, dang, I just want to go and just have some help and maybe we'll. In Milwaukee? Come on, man. Come on, man. Darvin Ham over there. Darvin Hands in the Pocket Ham is over there. That's not where you want to be. I'm sure the people in his life is just happy he came back because there was no greater story to be told than to be the #1 trailblazer of all time. Okay, I know they wasn't getting you no help. I know that it was crazy. I know all the things, but sir, them 2 years you burnt up in Milwaukee, now you got an ACL injury. You know, everything happens for a reason. You want to step out on faith sometimes and see. So I ain't saying it was a waste of time, but hey, put them numbers up, finish at the franchise top and make that your legacy. You already top 100 player. You Dame time to come on in home, sir. Time to come on in home, raise them kids, get your family back together, brother. So I'm excited to see all of those things happen, as well as we got to see Cooper Flagg finally in Summer League. He's looking good. He's looking good. Them Dallas Mavericks, with the addition of Klay Thompson now being with Megan Thee Stallion, we in trouble. We in trouble. Because the worst thing that a man can get happen to him is a hot girl summer. He gonna come back better. See, I'm used to having a hot girl summer. I'm a hot girl, okay? Every summer is a hot girl summer for me. But that man ain't never, this is probably his first hot girl summer. She bought him that watch. He said, what a sweet girl. His world is getting rocked. We are going to be cooked by the Dallas Mavericks. No Kyrie. I'm worried, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Klay Thompson is going to look like prime Klay Thompson. With Coop. Come on, man. If they can stay healthy, the only thing is they got AD in them over there. But if they can stay healthy, the Dallas Mavericks is going to be nasty this year. Finishing out the show with a little bit of NFL, y'all, man. I am so excited for NFL season to start. Last year was the first year that I completely decided to immerse myself in NFL coaching. I had looked the season before. I'm like, I want to see what teams I should be a fan of. I asked all my football homies. I actually did media at a Rams game. If you want to look at the video that's on my channel, I did media at the Rams game. I went out there and I stood on Thursday night before it was cold. It was crazy. I ain't doing it again. Maybe I do it one game because the food was busting. But either way it goes, I decided to be a Raiders fan because I felt like it was like the Harry Potter sorting hat. That's exactly what it felt. I'm not playing. I felt like the fans were like me because I will fight you. They go back and forth on the internet. They are delusional. Toxic positivity. They always believe it is going to be. Also, Marshawn Lynch was over there. Big Max Crosby fan. I'm getting the love, Gino. Getting the love. But also, we got Ashton. Genty, I'm about to go get my Genty jersey literally next week because on September 28th, I will be at the Raiders game when the Raiders play the Chicago Bears, y'all. It is the day before my birthday. I'm about to be blackout drunk. Raider Nation, let's go. Raiders already. I'm getting turned. I'm sorry, y'all. For y'all that's listening to audio, I'm sorry I'm hollering in your car, in your ear, or your house, or wherever you at because I am sweating. I'm getting so excited about the Raiders. But the NFL season is coming back up. I'm excited to talk about that. We adding that back to it. And right after that, not even after that, the NFL season starts right as the WNBA finals. And then the NBA season starts back. We got uninterrupted sports again. I am so excited to run my mouth. I'm excited for y'all to sit here and let me run my mouth. I'm always happy to be here. And my Revolt crew, my new Revolt crew who is coming in and watching my show and listening and sharing me on social media. Y'all lit. Y'all are blowing my Facebook page up. I don't even... Listen, my Instagram is connected to my Facebook, so every time I post a reel, the videos go there. I logged in one day. I was like, oh my God. I ain't responding to none of the comments because they are filthy. I mean, just crazy because people always want to be like, that little boy, what that boy say? Come on, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you no more. I'm not doing that with you. You probably think I'm cute. I know you probably think I'm cute, and I'm going to let it pass, but we not in 5th grade no more. Don't come on my post. Here, let me just go ahead and give you my rules. Since it's a lot of y'all new here, I'm going to give you my hospitality spiel for the DJ Trice running my mouth post-up experience, okay? Number 1, you are completely cool to come to my post and talk your shit, okay? Do it. I really implore you to. But if you do not have a profile picture, don't come on there. I'm not arguing with a bot, okay? Another thing, if your profile picture is AI, I'm not talking to you. You an avatar, okay? Put your real face up on there, Mr. Clarence. I want to see who you are. You need to, if you going to come in here and challenge me, I'm happy to go back and forth. Again, hey, any comment is great engagement for me. And I really like arguing. So I'm just keep running you in a circle. You can DM me, you can do whatever. Send me. I've been getting emails lately. This is crazy, but I'm loving the interaction. I be skimming. So don't come on here with your think pieces. Hit the punchline quick. Get to it. Get in and get out, okay? But if you don't have that profile picture, and if you got some AI little cartoon thing on there, you can just go ahead. You're about to get blocked. You're going to get blocked. You do 5 comments straight, you getting blocked. Okay? Don't say I didn't warn you. And again, I don't mind your little mean comments. If it make it through the little meta filter or whatever, it can stay up there. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about that. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Post Up. You already know me is DJ Trice, and I stay posted up right here, running my mouth about sports. There's so much basketball happening. Again, make sure you pull up on me July 29th at Emmy Square Pizza. That's located in LA Live, right across from the Crypto.com arena. We're going to have cold beers, and we're going to have pizza before the game. You could win 2 tickets to an upcoming LA Sparks home game. You really don't want to miss it. Shouts out to my Revolt fam, everybody listening in audio. I appreciate you. Send this to anybody who likes sports. If they delusional, they gonna talk they stuff like me about my Sparks, like me about the WNBA, like me about anybody who's saying anything crazy or funny stuff. If it's funny, it's gonna have to come up in here. Listen, I will roast you. I will look on social media. I'm talking about all trending topics around sports, just so you know. Listen, I can't wait for LeBron to come back because some will call me Bron-sexual. Most people on the internet call me Shabron James. I'm going crazy this season because it looked like Bronny about to be good. But I was ending the show, so let me stop. Thank y'all for listening. to this episode of The Post Up. It's DJ Trice, and I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. All right, that's a wrap on The Post Up. I ran my mouth, said what I said, and now it's your turn. Drop a comment, share it, and come back tomorrow, because I'm not done talking. And make sure you follow me on social media at DJ Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY TRICE. I'll be posted up here, y'all.